All right, got my hats on to the rotors, both sides. So the holes on the hat and the holes on the rotors don't perfectly line up. Um, you put them in, you put one bolt in, the other bolts won't want to go in because the holes don't perfectly line up. Even some of the bolts, even without any of the other bolts, just one bolt by itself, it still didn't, the holes didn't perfectly line up. So I had to kind of push them in there. Basically, I just used the socket here and I kind of just pushed them in and kind of turned it at the same time just to push them in because the holes didn't quite line up. So two stage to torquing them down, right? With the flange nut, serrated flange nuts on here. The first one was at 18 foot-pounds, or pound feet, 18 pound feet. And the second one was foot per pound. The second one was 25, so did the 18 crisscross, all 8 of them, then adjusted to 25. I used my my snap-on torque wrench. So this is pretty much as high end as it gets. 5 to 100 foot-pounds. And I bought this thing. Oh geez, when did I buy this thing? I bought this thing over 5 years ago, probably 7 or 8 years now. At the time, it was $500. I'm pretty sure now it's probably like $700 or $800 now. But anyways, so when anything that I need torqued down that's important, this is what I use. If it needs to be torqued down and it's not important, I don't use that. I just usually go by feel. So anyway, so that's all good there, and these are pretty much ready to go on. All you do is just take the car apart and take the old stuff out. But I'm actually still waiting for the brake lines. I ordered some brake lines from Miata Speed, and they haven't heard anything from them yet. I ordered the brake lines at the same time I ordered the rotors from Goodwin. So these guys they shipped it out fast. I placed the order I think on Thursday night, like really late Thursday night, probably like 11 o'clock or midnight, somewhere around that time. I placed the orders for these. So that was Thursday night. So they saw that and they packed it up and shipped it out on Friday, and today is Saturday, and I got them. So basically one day. And I haven't got anything from Miata Speed yet. Goodwin is based down in San Diego. Miata Speed is based here in the Bay Area. I think they're in. I'm not sure if they're in Santa Clara or in Fremont. Or their old location might have been Santa Clara, and they might have moved to Fremont, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too clear on that. I suppose I could have, called them up and actually gone to their shop, but if it's Fremont, I don't want to go. I don't want to go there. The drive there is like it's real pain in the ass. All the traffic. So I'm still waiting for my brake lines. So let me talk more about the Goodwin brakes. So the caliper mounting, to mount the caliper further away from to fit the bigger rotors. So looking at these brackets, one thing I don't like about them is right here. If you look at, looking right here, it's kind of hard to see with the camera, but it's for the most part, it's almost. I'm not saying it is, but it's almost perpendicular right in here, a 90-degree angle. Usually when you machine stuff, anytime you get to a spot, where two end meets together at 90 degrees to each other, that spot where they come together, there needs to be a radius there. And this one does have the radius is like so minute, it's so small that it's almost might as well not be there. But there is a tiny little radius. I would have preferred a little bit more of a radius. Because when you have parts where it comes together, there's the reason why you don't want that to be 90 degrees, because it's basically it acts as a stress riser. So potentially, it could crack right here. It could crack along where it's 90 degrees, right? So when you get that radius, it spreads the load out, and all of a sudden, instead of being focused in and being a stress riser, it will actually even out that load, that stress all around the whole spot where they come, where this angle comes together. So I liked a little bit more of a radius, a bigger radius. But who knows? Maybe they did this because there's no space, there's no clearance. That could be a possibility. I don't know. I don't know until I actually put this on the car and and the bolt goes on and the original mounting spot this is where it mounts. See how much clearance there is. If there's a lot of clearance, I would have definitely have recommended more radius. More radius there. But that's my machinist mind thinking. I used to be a long time ago. I used to be a machinist / welder. I don't really do that stuff anymore. Just got kind of tired of it, burnt out. So anyways, otherwise it looks good. But I don't like the blue though. Maybe that's the Goodwin colors. It's blue. They should have. I mean, you can't see this. Once your thing is all mounted, it's all in the back of the rotor, and you can't really see it. So that's okay. But I think I mentioned it before. I don't like the blue. I would have preferred something else. Maybe should have made it maybe black. Anodized it black instead of blue, or anodized it red or something. I don't know. Something. Blue just doesn't match with anything unless your car's blue. Just seems kind of goofy to me. But that's it's just my opinion. Some people might like that. Again, it could be the colors. I don't know that. I don't know them. I don't know about them too much. Except for that, they make some pretty decent Miata stuff. Okay, that's it. So I'm just gonna wait for my brake lines. So that's not gonna come until probably next week, I'm guessing. So Miata Speed hasn't sent me anything yet. No shipping email or nothing. So I'm completely in the dark right now. So I can't do nothing until I get those. I mean, actually, you know what? I could put these in. I could put these in and put the brake lines on afterwards. But I'm not sure if I want to do that. I just kind of what I wanted to do was I actually wanted to test the original setup against itself with this braided brake lines. So basically everything's stock except for the braided brake lines to compare the feel of the two before I put this on. So if I put this on now, it'll have the rubber lines, and I won't be able to compare the two because I don't want to be bleeding brakes, a whole bunch of bleeding. That'd be kind of a waste of brake fluid. I don't want to be wasting resources. So it depends on Miata Speed. If they're gonna be slowpoke about sending me the lines, I'm probably gonna just throw these on. But we'll see in the next few days. If I don't hear nothing from them by Monday, I'm throwing these on and doing the lines afterwards. All right, so that's all for now. Thanks for watching.